Hello, my name is Glenn Sanders, Glennnsanders. The American Medical Association adopted a policy this June in support of legislation requiring comprehensive health impact assessments for gas pipeline proposals. The AMA adopted this position because it felt existing regulatory approaches to health impact consideration, including FERC's, do not adequately protect public health and safety. The National Environmental Policy Act requires FERC to adequately protect public health and safety. Your scope should include studying the AMA resolution, including all of its whereas sections and the rationale for it, and reacting appropriately by consulting with and including prominent independent public health professionals in all phases of your health impact assessments. The second topic for inclusion in your scope is a complete assessment of the alternatives to this pipeline represented by solar and wind energy. This assessment should include a determination of all direct and indirect costs and impacts, particularly health and economic impacts of gas versus renewable energy as they would be used to satisfy the public convenience and necessity. The particulars of the optimal renewable system should be determined through consultation with major corporate providers of these systems. FERC's approach to renewable alternatives in its review of the Constitution Pipeline proposal was a cynical and brazen betrayal of its responsibilities under the NEPA. Two examples of this egregious inadequacy are: one, the solar alternative was dismissed from further consideration in part because of its excessive cost, but the cost figure was derived solely from one 5-year-old report which overstated the current cost of solar energy by a factor of 3. The cost comparison between solar and gas, as the second example of inadequate review, did not include the contribution of gas infrastructure to atmospheric composition and climate change and its subsequent environmental and health impacts. When these inadequacies were pointed out during public comment, FERC ignored the issues. When the Pace University Environmental Litigation Clinic asked for a rehearing to consider these issues, FERC stalled and used shameful tricks to prevent the issue from being reviewed in court. I have talked with staffers of Senators Schumer and Gillibrand and with Congressman Gibson about FERC's outrageous skirting of serious questions concerning health impacts and alternative energy systems. They have written FERC asking for meaningful response. They were stonewalled. They are very angry. You might include that anger in the scope of your review. Thank you.